Although it is true we are what we think, we are also that which we eat. With a poor education and a poor diet, we will never reach our full potential. While much attention has been given to the therapeutic potential of stem cells, their ability to serve as barometers of the toxic effects of environmental stressors should not be understated. Environmental toxicants are ubiquitous, and many are known to cause harmful health effects, as the body's raw materials, stem cells, and their responses to environmental insult serve as windows into the pathways of disease. Both tissue and embryonic stem cells are seen as resources for the repair and regeneration of human tissues. Stem cells are also thought to maintain these tissues for the lifespan of the individual through their key characteristics of self-renewal and differentiation into specialized cells. Healthy stem cells function includes balanced cell proliferation and sufficient capacity for appropriate differentiation. We focus on the effects of environmental stressors that impact these operations. We also examine cell viability to analyze toxicity and provide a fuller picture of a toxicant's effect by correlating cell number to cell behavior. It has been established that mesenchymal stromal cells from bone marrow enter the peripheral circulation intermittently for possible tissue regeneration, repair, and to take care of daily wear and tear. This is evident from the detection of MSCs from the peripheral blood. The factors governing this migration remained elusive. These MSCs carry out the work of policing and are supposed to repair the injured tissues. Thus, these cells help in maintaining the tissue and organ homeostasis. Yoga and pranayama originated in India and is now being practiced all over the world for positive health. So far, the chemical stimulation of bone marrow has been widely used employing injections of colony-stimulating factor. However, the role of physical factors such as mechanical stimulation and stretching has not been substantiated. It is claimed that practicing yoga delays senescence, improves the physiological functions of heart and lung, and yoga postures make the body elastic. It remains to be seen whether the yoga therapy promotes trafficking of the stem cells from bone marrow for possible repair and regeneration of worn-out and degenerating tissues. We cover in this short review mainly the role of physical factors, especially the yoga therapy on stem cells trafficking from bone marrow. It is believed for a long time that healthy spirit results in healthy body. The thought that interactions between the mind and body influence physical health has existed for a long time. The system of the movement and breathing exercises meant to promote the connection between mind and body is yoga. Yoga originated in India, was practiced by ancient Indians, and was systemized by the writer Patanjali in the 1st or 2nd century BC. Yoga consists of breathing exercises called pranayama and postures called asanas and mudras. Yoga was gradually gained popularity, and many of them who practice it say that it improves their health. The bending, stretching, and deep breathing have become a type of oxygen for the modern soul. There are several evidences that prove yoga to be extremely beneficial for patients with back pain, asthma, depression, anxiety, and hypertension. Deep breathing modulates oxidative stress. It is established that deep breathing enhances the antioxidant defense status of athletes after exercise, which is accompanied by concomitant decrease in cortisol, increase in melatonin, resulting in lesser oxidative stress. A theoretical description by Girath et al. Explains a common physiological mechanism underlying pranayama and reveal the role of the respiratory and cardiovascular system on modulating the autonomic nervous system. All the beneficial effects of yoga are well documented in literature. However, the mechanism of action of yoga in improving the organ function is not yet revealed. It is likely that yoga and pranayama stimulate stem cell trafficking from the stem cell depots to the peripheral circulation. Pattern formation and remodeling of the organ is facilitated by stem cell trafficking. Hence, we postulate that yoga and pranayama act as a cargo to carry stem cells to their destination, wherever needed. It is presumed that the yogic practices provide mechanical stimulation for mobilization of stem cells from bone marrow and tissue-resident stem cell depots. It is claimed that yoga and related practices result in rapid gene expression alterations which may be the basis for their long-term cell biological and higher-level health effects. Chapter 3. Consciousness, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. As discussed earlier, our thoughts create an electric field. As we think, we act as radio transmitters, both emitting and receiving signals throughout an etheric field that is present in all directions around us. Our thoughts, memories, and emotions are stored within this field. These thoughts are then communicated to the body by the brain. To better understand this principle, think for a moment of how an EEG machine works by reading brain waves outside the skull. An electrocephalogram is a test that measures electrical activity in the brain using small metal discs, electrodes, attached to the scalp. Brain cells communicate via electrical impulses and are active all the time, even during sleep. This activity shows up as wavy lines on an EEG recording. An EEG is one of the main diagnostic tests for epilepsy and can also play a role in diagnosing other brain disorders. When we are near other people or new places, we all have experienced the feeling of this unfamiliar energetic field and labeled it with the terms good or bad vibes. But what is this energetic vibe or vibration that either attracts us to or repels us from certain people, places, or situations? How is it that we, when sitting silently or even in the middle of a task, will receive a random idea or flashes of memories, either good or bad, that we were not thinking about prior? My entire life I have experienced these shifts in focus at levels much more frequent than others I know, sometimes to the point of staring at a wall and blocking out reality entirely, experiencing my own visual world generated entirely by thought. An immense daydream or fantasy that triggered total mental submersion and caused me to consciously place myself in a state of dreaming within fantasy worlds of my own design or memories of places visited. These symptoms have been termed maladaptive daydreaming.